Hey, welcome back. I am very excited and passionate about what I'm getting ready to talk about. And I know a lot of us joke about how, aging, is difficult and all of the stuff behind it. But I believe that there is a beauty in aging. I believe that as we age, whether that's day to day or year to year or decade to decade, that there is a level of maturity and growth and experience that we go through that helps us become better people. And I say that because over the past several days or week or so, we have seen a very famous person unfortunately die as a result of cosmetic surgery. And the few people that knew I was having surgery or had had surgery had reached out to both me and my husband, and they're like, oh my God, this person died, having a similar surgery to me. Like, how do we feel and all of this? And it's like, it's so easy to judge. And for me, I can say that I was a judgmental person. And look at me how you want, because that's exactly how we all are. Like, we all have a level of judgment in us depending on how we grew up and all of that. Like, it's just in us. It's just what it is. And so I always was the person that looked down on people at cosmetic surgery. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, work out and do all the things, like eat right. And because I wasn't that person. I was not someone, who ate right and exercised. And I always judged people who were thin or skinny or who had the ideal body that I desired, because I was lazy. I didn't want to do the work. And then fast forward to when I had lost the weight, and I'm like, well, you people, who are you? And then it was like, well, my body is not the same. I've had kids, I've gained weight, I've lost weight, and now it's like, what do I do with my body? And then I finally got to the point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm actually gonna have cosmetic surgery, because there are just some things that diet, exercise, and everything in between is not going to fix. Let's just be real. And so I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm actually gonna do this. And I was like, you are doing this. Like, for one, I can't believe I'm doing this, because one, like, this is a serious thing. Two, you were the same person that judged the people who got cosmetic surgery. And God has really been dealing with me over the past couple of years, especially since COVID happened. It was the aha moment and realization that at any moment, we are literally a handful of decisions away of being the person on the street, being the person who is looking for their next check, their next meal, their next whatever. Like, we forget how frail our lives are, and how at any moment things can be taken away from us, whether they are decisions that we've made or decisions that were made for us. We forget that life is just so frail and so complicated and so beautiful and so ugly. So I say that all to say, because people were reaching out to both me and my husband, I remember seeing a post on social media of someone that I follow, and this person has mentioned many times how, she's very much for natural bodies, and why would you do this? And I'm just like, oh my God, I was that person. Like, that seems just so ugly to me, because there are many reasons why people have cosmetic surgery. Some people, let's just be honest, they don't want to do the work. And I've seen these people in these groups who are very high BMI, who are very high risk patients, yet there are doctors who will perform surgery on them because they're gonna get paid. That's just the reality. But then there are other people who are like, you know what, I've worked my ass off and I'm gonna do this, and that's okay. Like, it's just a beautiful thing to me. Like, growth has been a beautiful thing to me. And it's like, wow, I've really become this person where I can try to put myself in someone else's shoes, and I can look from someone else's perspective. And it, again, has just been a beautiful journey, a beautiful way of realizing I don't know it all. I am not as polished and perfect, which I never thought I was. But everyone's life experience is different. And again, what COVID has taught me you know, just being around other people have taught me is that it's easy to judge, but it's harder to put yourself in someone else's shoes and really go in the day-to-day, the stresses and all of the things that come with being in someone else's shoes. So again, I say all that to say growth is a beautiful thing, and let's open up our minds and our hearts to other people, and let's do unto others as we would want them to do unto us. Less judgment, more love. That's all. The end.